here to the back to defend against that drop. A couple more gateways now coming up for Grubby. Grubby now has a total of, it looks like, 6 gateways and a robo. Let's check out Camp Terran, because we haven't had a chance to check out what's been going on in his base. He did scout those Colossi. With that drop, he did see those Colossi on the field, and so he has now gotten some Vikings. And 6 Vikings is actually quite a few Vikings, so Grubby's really going to need to control those Colossi well. He's going to want to win this fight. As for upgrades, his infantry units are still 0-0. No upgrades yet down for AureS, and I don't even see any engineering bays down yet. At this point we do have 5 racks though, 1 with a reactor, 4 with tech labs. We've got a factory on the field that right now isn't producing anything at all, but we've got a starport producing a lot of Vikings coming up. Third now going down for Grubby, and there's another drop here. That drop has now moved around the entire map and is now coming back to scout this third of Grubby, so nicely timed little scout there by AureS, and he is going to drop his units there, and he's going to have to pick that. Oh, and he sacrifices that poor Marine. That poor Marine was just died for nothing, didn't even get a shot off. And again, much like in Game 1, very nice pylon placement here by Grubby. This pylon, by having this pylon here, it allows him to scout any kinds of drops that are coming to the back of his base. For the cost of only 100 minerals, Grubby is now completely protected at his third from drops. Also, if there is any army, sometimes enemies will put their armies here on the high ground and just start sniping drones from up here. This also gives him a little bit of vision, so that if that is the case, then he will be able to do some damage there. The forces of AureS are now moving across the map. Grubby is getting ready in position to defend. Very nice placement there with the Vikings by AureS, but very nice Psystorms there going down for Grubby. Man, a lot of damage being dealt by those Psystorms, and the Zealots are now moving in, dealing a lot of damage to these infantry units, and a lot of very nice force fields that are preventing the units that were stuck in the back there for AureS. And this is a very close match. This is a very, very, very close match. Holy cow. There's nothing left, but another Colossus does make it out onto the field, and that is going to turn the tables in Grubby's favor. So, very nice defense there by Grubby. Very nice Psystorms. Threw down all those force fields here to separate up AureS' army. So some of AureS' armies were forced to be back here, not attacking anything. And then just Psystorms all in the little patches where AureS' units were confined to. So very nice play there by Grubby. And on the Terran side, that was a nice play. I liked having those Vikings over here, because as Protoss' army was swinging around this ramp to attack these Vikings, he would have to come all the way back down here, while AureS' units would just be able to shoot from here and just deal damage to those units as they come back to try to destroy those Vikings. Unfortunately for AureS, though, Grubby did have some very nice Psystorms on those Vikings. A gold expansion has now gone down. It is now morphing into a planetary fortress, and there are good saturation already up there at that gold base, so Grubby really needs to do some damage here if he wants to catch up. He has had this third mining for a little while, but if he really wants to deal some damage to this planetary fortress, or to the economy of AureS, he's going to have to deal some damage to this planetary fortress. More excellent pylon placement here by Grubby. There's a pylon up top here, there's a pylon at the third of AureS, so he's going to know exactly when AureS decides to take this third base, or I guess it'd be a fourth base since AureS already has this gold up. There's a pylon here though that is going to be there. I'm trying to figure out, did Grubby get any kills already? Has he made use of this pylon already and warped in any units to the back? Grubby pushing into the front of AureS' gold expansion and forcing a lot of stims, doing a lot of damage with those Psystorms. So very nice Psystorms there by AureS. Holy cow, he's dealing massive damage. AureS really needs to pull out of those Psystorms there. Very nice Psystorms overall there by Grubby. I am going to be checking the back, because I have a feeling that Grubby is going to be using that pylon to be doing some sneaky warp-ins at the back of AureS' base. In terms of tech now for Grubby, we do have Blink coming up now, as well as Protoss Ground Armor level 3. Where's that forge? Holy cow. He has ground armor level 1, but he's really going for a more defensive style of play. I kind of like that, because he is keeping his High Templar at the front of the army. He's keeping his High Templar at the front of the army to get off those early Psystorms and gain some early damage in these fights. See how he has this one High Templar well positioned here, and you know what? You know what, you guys? I think here he goes, moving in with both High Templar on both sides, Psy-storming the mineral line while he does Psy-storm the army of AureS as well. So he's getting a huge number of worker kills, and I think that was not the first Psy-storm that Grubby got off here. I think actually in that first engagement, Grubby did manage to get a Psy-storm off on that mineral line because he did dramatically reduce the SCV count of the worker of AureS here at the gold expansion, and yeah, you can see that 24 workers have gone down now for AureS. In the meantime, Grubby is playing very safe here. He's poking in with his army, dealing a lot of damage with those Psy-storms, poking in with his army if his Psy-storms do well. If not, he just pulls back. There are a lot of Colossus on the field now, and Grubby's going to have to be very careful to deal some damage to those Vikings. And oh man, those Vikings are out of position right now, and those Stalkers are getting a lot of free kills on those Vikings. A lot of good Psy-storms going down on those infantry units anytime they move in. Very nice play here by Grubby, just very safe. Very safe, very patient play here by Grubby. He has now expanded behind this, and he has now taken his 4th base, but man, AureS is just under constant pressure. Constant pressure from just one High Templar here and there, and another very nice Psy-storm going off. Just massive damage being dealt, and Grubby is really risking very little. He keeps his army planted way back out here, while one High Templar moves forward and gets a Psy-storm off in the army, dealing a lot of damage. But I think Grubby now knows he is way ahead in the food count. 188 food to 165, and yes, indeed, Grubby is fully committing to this attack. He is pulling in, trying to take out this planetary fortress, and the planetary fortress is going down. Another Psy-storm goes off on the worker line. And oh my god, this is just slaughter right now for Grubby. This is, holy cow, Grubby just dealing massive amounts of damage here. A lot of snipes going down there for AureS, nice little snipes, but not going to be able to do too much against this. This is a giant attack force, 191 food to 40 food for AureS. So a very decisive win for Grubby. Very well played. That means that Grubby has taken this series of best of 3 in the LDLC Summer Trophy Paris Invitational. God, that's a mouthful to say. So, very nice play by Grubby. Man, just overall solid play. Small gains everywhere. Pylon placement, unit placement, low risk scouting, low risk army damage dealing with those High Templar. So just to gain him just very small advantages until at the end when he knows he's got a big advantage that he's gained from all these small amounts of damage that he has dealt throughout the game. He just pushes and commits to a big attack and is able to easily take out the army of AureS. So, very good games there from Grubby. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys did, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Glitch out.